Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Murugan here again. I'm going to bring something up. This is going to be a business video regarding my web shop and me offering my services to you guys, the public. This is going to be a video on proper business etiquette because for the very few people that don't know what that is. Now, beforehand, I need to state that I'm not insulting anyone in advance, okay? I've already have a video called The Occult World in which I discuss the unfortunate drawbacks of the average person that seeks out the occult or person that's interested in the occult. Okay, and based on experience, unfortunate experiences, but experiences nevertheless, okay, I'm going to tell you guys what the don'ts are in terms of working with me. As in, if you're one of my customers, okay, then you really need to keep these kind of things in check, because I am someone, if it's one thing that I despise, it's bad manners. We're talking about doing something that is wildly and grossly inappropriate, okay, and something that just vexes me and annoys me like no other. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to mention, okay, I don't know if it's the only thing, but let's just start off that way. The first thing that I'm going to mention is that you be punctual. I'm not saying that the second I message you via our chosen communication medium, whether it be email, WhatsApp, or whatever, that you should immediately start running to your phone or your computer and just start typing away the second I message you. But keep in mind, I expect you, okay, to be available for communication. If I message you, I expect a reply, regardless of what I messaged you. That's point one. Point two, be honest and straightforward with me. Okay, respect given is respect taken in this instance. But how do you, in God's name, expect me to respect you when you do things like, for example, I message you and I clearly notice that you saw the message, okay, because, for example, via WhatsApp, and those check marks clearly indicate that you saw my message, or via Facebook Messenger, and Facebook Messenger notifies you, you know, the person has seen your message. Seen, you can see writing below seen. And then you don't answer. Stuff like that just annoys me, okay? Because I'm getting the sense that you're ignoring me or you're hiding something from me, and I do not tolerate that. Another thing is not being punctual, like I said in the beginning. You need to be punctual. If, for example, you place an order at me or you intend on ordering, no problem, okay? Sure, no problem. Then just tell me straightforward, in a straightforward manner, what you can do and how much you can afford. But don't go like, oh, okay, yeah, well, I'm sorry. Don't ask 20,000 questions without ever ordering something. I don't mind answering a couple of questions, but you're definitely not going to ask me 20 questions on the occult without having ordered a single thing, without having even placed one order at me. I don't have time for that. When it comes to business, unfortunately, okay, as unfortunate it might be from your perspective, time is money. Okay, I'm not greedy, it's not about that. But time is money. I have better things to do than answering someone's questions without having an order placed. Even doing nothing is better. I'm not gonna kid you. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna kid around. Okay, you can ask a couple of questions, no problem. Okay, specifically detailing what it is that I do and so on. But don't ask me 20 questions or 21 questions, literally. What about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? Okay, I'm not your Google search engine. No. Another thing, okay, if you, for example, told me that you'll place an order tomorrow, if you can't do it, notify me beforehand and in advance, whatever the reason may be. Even if you saw off the order, I mean, I still have difficulty understanding the concept of why those that are committed being guilty to this can't do so, okay? Because it's not a problem for me. People are different and all of that, yak, whatever, okay? Bottom line is that you should be able to do something like that. I mean, what's so hard about telling someone, hey, I'm sorry, but I changed my mind. I'm not interested in ordering anymore, but thanks in any case for the information. Boom, end of story. I've done it numerous times, okay? I've done it numerous times, and not literally numerous, but metaphorically speaking, numerous times. I simply told the seller, listen, I told you that I was going to order tomorrow, but you can scratch it. I'm unfortunately just not interested anymore. Something personal came up or whatever. Okay, you don't even owe me an explanation. Just tell me I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I wasted your time, but I'm just not interested anymore, and I'm not feeling it. Thanks in any case for the information. Bye. End of story. That's it. But things that you absolutely do not do is, for example, beg me for money, okay, regarding the price. If my price, for example, if I list the price and I told you, okay, something like this is going to cost you $1,000, okay, then don't tell me, okay, I'll be able to pay $200 today, and then I'll be able to pay $200 after 5 days, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, now, stuff like that just annoys me. If you go to a supermarket, do you think that you'll be able to tell the convenience store owner, or that you'll be able to tell the cashier at the cashier's register, hey, can you ring this up for me? I'll pay, this thing costs $50, I'll pay $10 now, and I'll pay $10 when I come back in 15 minutes and stuff like that. This is obvious nonsense. This is obviously, I think the cashier is going to laugh in your face, okay? And he's going to call his friends, hey, buddy, come over here. Check out what this guy's trying to tell me. He told me that he is going to pay for this in bits and pieces. He'll come back tomorrow and pay the rest. They're literally going to laugh at you, okay? And it's the same deal with me. If you cannot afford something, or you have some reason for why the intended amount is too high for you, then just ask me straightforwardly if I offer something in the lines of a payment plan. Okay, that's why in nearly every case I ask someone, okay, how much can you afford, so that I know what your price range is, okay, what there is to work with, so that I can, despite the fact that I don't have to do it, maybe I can make an exception for you and offer you something along the lines of a payment plan. For example, $500, you can pay $500 now and $500 after a month, something along those lines. But I absolutely despise people begging me and then telling me, okay, I'll be able to pay $50 now, and this is ridiculous. What it does, it makes a bad impression on me. It tells me right away, oh God, I'm dealing with some worthless parasite again. Why doesn't that surprise me? Don't do it, period. And the last thing that the last thing that I'm going to bring up is to not cancel out on appointments, okay? If you told me that you'll get back to me tomorrow, then get back to me tomorrow. I don't see the problem, okay? But don't tell me that you're going to get back to me tomorrow, or after a couple of days, and then I don't hear from you, or you either come with some cockamamie story or some some idiotic excuse that you have for whatever reason you won't be able to place an order at me, or something like that. Again, honesty is the best policy, okay? And again, I myself am a very punctual person. If I tell you that I'll get back to you, you better believe that if I don't get back to you, I might have been hit by a car, or some kind of other disaster or mini disaster befell me. Okay? When I say that I'm going to call you, or I'm going to message you tomorrow at my local time, 6 p.m., you better believe I'm going to do so. I might even do it sooner. I don't mess around when it comes to stuff like that. That's why I also tell my customers I'm available 24/7. I am available 24/7. It doesn't matter whether you want to ring me up or you want to message me at 3 a.m. in the morning. I don't mind. Even if I was sleeping, all it takes is one message for me to wake up, and I'll address your situation right away. I'm available for business 24/7. So that means, okay, every 24 hours. I'm available all the time. I'm open for business. I have no opening and closings hours. So that's what you need to keep in mind, summed up, okay? Again, you can rewatch this video if you need to, but I can't stress enough how important it is to me that you do something like this. Okay? There's nothing that makes a bad impression on me than someone that amongst the multiple things that I brought up, the 2 points that someone either haggles for a price because that person can afford it, because like most occultists, they're either broke or they're struggling to get by, and so on. I'm not insulting anyone. I'm just saying. That's A. And B, that you're not punctual, that you're not getting back to me, or that you're not telling me, hey, this and that, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to order this or do that. I just don't like it. Needless to say, this is dead serious. Okay, what I do, my practice, the importance of it can simply not be overestimated or understated. Okay, so it is incredibly vital and important to me that people are punctual when dealing with me, and that people are honest and straightforward. If you won't be able to do something, then sure, no problem, but just tell me so that I know exactly what the situation is. But if you do things like lie to me or make up excuses for whatever reason you can't order, and you just keep complaining about the fact that you don't have a lot of money, or you don't have this, you don't have that, then my mind literally just makes a mental stamp or a mental note of you, as in labeling you as, oh, worthless occult parasite. That's what my mind automatically does. It is really annoying. If you want me to take you seriously, and if you want me to respect you, then keep in touch with me, or stay in touch with me. If you can't stay in touch with me, then open your mouth and tell me via our chosen medium. Be straightforward with me. I'm glad to say that I don't get a lot of customers, unfortunately, that plead guilty to these kinds of things, okay, that don't know what proper business etiquette is. Thank goodness. But the ones that do plead guilty to this, they honestly, I will be honest, they weigh the heaviest, metaphorically speaking. They weigh the heaviest on my soul, so to speak. Okay? And I'm making this video in light of a customer recently that I had to deal with. Okay? I'm obviously not going to name anyone or anything like that for the sake of confidentiality. But this guy literally just made the same mistake that you can possibly make in terms of what I mentioned, following my rules. Okay? This guy couldn't even afford a couple of $100, and he told me, I'm going to pay you in bits and pieces and so on, but he didn't even tell me straightforward right away. He just told me in a sheepish way when push came to shove. When I asked him, tell me how much you can afford, and then he just gave a sheepish answer along the lines of, that's what I've been telling you, blah, blah, blah. See what I'm talking about? That's point one. Point two, okay, the guy wasn't punctual. The guy told me, I'll get back to you today at 9 p.m. Okay, my time, okay. And I simply messaged him today, hey, is our transaction still going to go through? I'm just asking him because I was wondering. That way I can get ready and I can go to the office or wherever I need to go to in order to receive your order funds. And since I saw him typing, I was like, nah. This guy is typing for what, 5 minutes? Nah. This guy, he's got some pathetic story up his sleeve. Worthless parasite alert. And yeah, he just proves me right. He's a worthless parasite. I don't care who thinks I'm insulting them. He is a worthless parasite. Period. And that's what he does. He just came up with some cockamamie story of how he can't do this because his neighborhood, okay, just blocked it off. Again, it doesn't matter to me whether it's true or not, okay? He could have told me that beforehand, or he could have investigated things beforehand, but it all makes a bad impression on me, okay? Point one, you can't afford it. Point two, you're coming up with a stupid reason you can't be punctual. You told me that you'd order today, and again, I ask you and you don't order. And all you do is just give a really quick answer, and then you just scurry off and you come back online in half an hour or something like that. It just makes a ridiculously bad impression on me. And needless to say, I dropped this customer. I told this customer with capital letters, okay, go away, we're through, we're done. I don't do business with parasites, okay? And I blocked him, and that's that. It's that simple for me. Okay, you're literally nothing more than trash that went into the trash bin. Again, I'm sorry that I have to be so crude, metaphorically speaking. I'm sorry, because I'm not sorry literally. Sorry, not sorry. But again, my point is clear, or better said, my points are clear. These are basic things that every normal person can take into consideration. Okay, I'm not some online store or on some online vendor that you can just ask an inquiry about and then just never get back to me. That's not a problem, okay? If you're buying something simple, something mundane, hey, you don't have to get back to me as a store owner. I mean, you'll come back if you're seriously interested about purchasing the good. I could care less. If you want to ask how much it is, I told you the price and the story. Our prices are listed on my online store, on my web shop. But this is serious. I'm a practitioner, okay? So don't approach me unless unless you're legitimately interested in what I have to offer, and keep all of my before mentioned points in mind, okay? Keep all of these things in mind. This is what any normal person does. These aren't things that I'm asking from anyone that takes something away from you. This is called literally proper business etiquette, and that's why the title of this video also contains those phrases, proper business etiquette. If you want to do business with me, okay, prove that you possess those skills, okay? Otherwise, you're just coming off as some worthless parasite, and if you are just like this guy was, then you've just proven my point. You're a worthless parasite, period. I don't talk a lot. I have a zero tolerance policy for this kind of stuff, okay? For this kind of nonsense. I don't mess around. Let alone if you legitimately get me angry. God, all hell will break loose. Yeah, I'm not threatening anyone, but based on who I am, I don't have to say anything. You already know what time it is. And in any case, that is simply it. And again, thank goodness the majority of my customers are nice, decent people that know what proper etiquette is. We have no issues in communication as well as otherwise, okay? I'm more than friendly towards these people, and I'm more than pleased to say that I have even cultivated good friendship-like basis of communication with these people. That you could say metaphorically that we're almost good acquaintances or friends. That's I like socializing with people on such a deep level, and I wouldn't even, dare I say it, I wouldn't even mind helping these people out if these people found themselves in a pinch. I have done so in rare occasions by helping these people in advance. But again, these people were normal, decent, these people are normal, decent, civilized people. They're not parasites. So I'm going to close up with the sentence, if you want to work with me, don't be a parasite. That's all. Bye.